Welcome to the last lesson of our Plan 3D course. So we are going to generate a render. Before doing that, we would like to have this colored, like in a more realistic way. So I'm going to change to realistic view, and you can see everything is gray at this time, and I don't want everything to be gray. So let's say that we have this tank, and this tank is orange, okay? So I'm going to assign a color, orange color, which is this one, let's say, okay? So now I have it in orange color. Okay, what happened to the legs? It's a good question. Control C. Okay, I don't know, something happened and the legs disappeared. So let's see what happened. Let's go to edit equipment. There are the legs. Okay, there they are. Now let's change its color. Okay, and what happened to the legs? It looks like they're not going to change its color. Okay, unless, let's make a trial. Unless I say that everything here is going to have that color. Yes, well, that's the way the legs can be changed, its color. But, well, obviously, we are not going to paint everything in that color. Okay, so let's put it just gray. And I can also, well, I can change the colors that way, or I can go to visualize. And in visualize, select materials, right? And can click here, and I will have a whole list of materials from this, well, salmon, mosaic gray, beige, tan, diamonds, but I can also have this Adobe aluminum. Okay, let's say I want aluminum. This is how aluminum will look. So actually, oh, and this one, it will kind of glow. And what about this one? It will be like dark. Okay. So I don't know. Let's choose something. Well, I can use aqua. Okay. For example, in this case, for a wall, asphalt, basic, basket, beechwood, Berber, birch, black, blue, reflective. So brass. Let's see. I lost. Okay. Let's say this equipment is made out of brass. Okay. So I can add material to the document. And okay, brass, information, appearance. Okay, I'm going to close it here. I'm going to select this here. And I have to activate its material. Okay, so material, brass, here it is. I can change the material, and then I can even change the colors here, but it's not going to change its appearance, right? Because I already gave it the brass material, and it's going to look with brass material. I can receive shadow, it can cast shadow, it can cast and receive shadow, which is like the most usual thing. So if I make like realism, zoom in, you can see its color, and there must be a way. Shaded, there it is. It looks better this way, right? We're going to change that. Okay, now let's go with the pipes. All these parts. Sorry. Okay. Let's try something. Let's put all these things in a single. Well, actually, not the valve. Without the valve. Without, yeah, just the pipe. Okay, that part. Let's put them in a new layer. Let's say, well, the layer line number 1, 001, okay? Hit enter, it already exists, so yeah, here it is. So let's write line 1, that is, okay, and let's activate it, okay. So now, where is this? In the layer 1. Right. And I forgot to tell you that when you assign a segment to a line, it's going to create a new layer. So layer 01 was already and automatically created. So I'm going to choose another color, another material for the piping. Okay, so I go to visualize materials here. Here's this one also, materials and textures, but let's choose materials. So what are we going to make our pipes? We're going to make it, let's see, well, steel should be, if it's ordered alphabetically, let's go to steel. Let's see, stainless steel. Okay, let's see this one, which is kind of the brightest. I'm going to choose this one. So I add it to the document, okay? Close here. Now I come here and select material, stainless steel bright. Okay. I can select all of them. Okay, and now select material, stainless steel bright. Okay. Now let's go with the valve. Let's choose a material for the valve. Let's choose weld. I read weld somewhere. Weld brass. Yeah, let's select this one. Where is my cursor? Okay, it disappeared. Weld brass, fine. So I'm going to select valve, this flange, and this flange. Double click. And nope, it doesn't work that way, so I have to select them one by one. The valve first, and then each flange. Okay. We could say like this is our, I don't know, a plant of some liquor, because these tanks and these colors are common for liquors. So the pump, I want to have the pump with a dark material. I saw some aluminum, but I cannot make a pump out of aluminum, obviously, but I can have a black pump, right? So what about diamond plate? Yeah, let's select this one, dark gray, add to. Okay, so I double click it, material, diamond plate. Okay, here I am. Let's change the color of the floor. Let's look for an interesting floor. Cobblestone. That is multicolor. Well, definitely not that. And either. Okay, this is kind of. Let's see this one. No, that's too plain. I'm going to choose this one. Okay. Which one is this? Cobblestone blue gray. Okay, add to document. Close here. Close here. Select the floor. Double click. Color. It looks like I can't. Oh yes, I can. Material. Cobblestone blue gray. Okay. So I have it. It's color. It will change if I change here. Is a realistic? It would look that way. Okay. Here are like very little stones. Well, cobblestone. The brass is going to be like this darker and all the things. So, and the idea is to select like the better visualization. So I suppose it was shaded, right? Shaded with edges. Okay, the one we were using. Okay, now let's go with the following piping line. Look this. Oh no, sorry, I thought those were guidelines, but there aren't. Okay, so these lines, properties, materials. Okay, it says no selection. Perhaps sometimes it happens. It doesn't recognize that I have selected things. Okay, as now. So I'm going to have to do it one by one. What's happening? Okay, material, it's stainless steel bright. Okay. Okay, now this one, stainless steel bright. The same here. This elbow, stainless steel bright. This part could be like tedious part of the work. Actually, creating the render is very easy. But if we want a high quality render, we have to work on how it's going to be visualized in our render. Because if we don't do that, it will look like very dirty, if we could say. So now we have this support. What's the material of this support? You can also have cardboard, for example, carbon fiber, canvas, bronze, brass, blue, black cast, birch. I don't know. It should be like iron, right? But I don't have iron here. Aluminum frame. No, that was perfect for the pump. Let's look if we have iron. Almost GHI, iron. Here it is. So I have iron gray, iron black, and iron cast. Let's choose iron gray. Okay. So this support is going to be material of iron. Okay, and I have also this thing, which I don't remember what it is, a temperature transmitter. Okay, let's say it's going to be of the same material of the valve, which was well brass. Fine. Okay, so we continue in this line. Well, let's change the color of this before advancing. All the pipes, we're going to give them the color of stainless steel, right? So yeah, it's looking good. So let's go here to the heat exchanger, properties, material, stainless steel bright, the same here, stainless properties, oh, no selection. So let's move this thing here. Okay, I'm going to start selecting. Okay, stainless steel bright, very fun, very good. This part here, okay, stainless steel bright. So I select one of them. Sorry, to move here. Okay, I cannot see. Okay, all of them, stainless steel bright. I believe there's something, yeah, this part also is stainless steel bright. Okay, so now let's choose, well, these supports, we're going to give them the same color as the other support. Okay, I have to select one of them. What's going on? Properties. Okay, material, it was iron gray, and then this one. Iron gray here. Okay, all the supports in the same color, all the pipes in the same color. Let's give a color to this heat exchanger. Insulation. Well, its insulation is like a foam, right? So gunmetal. What about gunmetal? I like this. Or polished. Let's choose this one, polished. Gunmetal polished. Okay. So that will be the material of our heat exchanger. obviously you can select the real materials, okay, the actual materials we're going to work with. I'm going to give the same color to the furnace, gunmetal polished. Okay, now we continue with piping. Let's take out edges. Okay, with the piping here, double click, and now continue selecting. Okay, let's see if it allows me to change all these colors at once. Okay, now here, and all of this is going to be a stainless steel bright. Fine. These supports, also I have to change its color, its material, sorry. It will be diamond plate, I think was, yeah. Now I can select all of this and the other. Well, I didn't add a floor right down, right? No, well, so just them here, diamond plate. Okay, we still, okay, the tower itself, let's give it the same brass. Well, brass, wasn't there another brass? This one, okay. Look, it has the flanges, like, are from a different color. Okay, so it's starting to look very real. And finally, these pipes here. Well, the gauge was well brass. And finally, double click, and all these parts, it's stainless steel bright. And I'm missing just one pipeline, which is this one. And I want them to be stainless steel bright. Okay, let's add something to polish our drawing. Look that I have a lot of disconnected pipelines. So I'm going to add blind flanges, okay, to all of them. So I'm going to activate the snap here, come here, and place there a blind flange as well here. Okay, it doesn't matter the color, I will have to change the color afterwards. Here, okay, here as well. There it is. So it's going to be much more clean, my drawing. Okay, here as well, and I'm missing one more here. And I won't have any water drop out there, right? So I'm going to select these two, select similar here, properties, and the material of all those parts is going to be stainless steel bright. Let's see how it looks. Okay, much more cleaner, right? Okay, so now let's put it realistic. Okay, and let's go to the specifics of creating a render. Okay, first we have to choose the angle from which we want to capture it. Let's say I want to render from this point of view. Okay, and I have to create a camera. See, create camera, and here is my camera. I'm going to place it, let's say here, and I'm going to have this point of view. I can click here, camera display, so the camera is going to be shown, which isn't happening at this moment for some reason. Okay, so what else can I do? I can create light. Let's say a distant light. Disable distant lights when lighting unit is, let's click this one, recommended. Okay, so allow distant light. Okay, I have to choose. Look, specify light direction from 0, 0, 0, or vector. Let's choose vector. Specify vector direction. So I want the light to be from here, No, I have to write it. Okay, it's going to be complicated because from 0, 0, 0, it means that the light's going to come out of here, and I don't want it. Yeah. So let's use a spotlight. Okay. Now let's put this spotlight, let's say, here, and I'm going to point it in the direction of our plant. Let's see what happens. Here is kind of one part which doesn't have color, right? Sorry, enter an option to change name, intensity factor, or exit. Okay, what happened? Now everything is dark. Why everything is dark? Well, because I have a light too far away. I would like to move it closer. Okay, let's try to specify a stretch point. Let's deactivate the snap. Okay, now it should be less darker. Well, it's not. So let's delete this light and let's use a sun status. Okay, let's activate sun because I want to show you how it looks different, but we are kind of at night. So sun status, sun and location, set location. I can choose the date and the time, so it's going to be located where it is. Okay, look, that's why we're looking everything dark, because the sun is this way. So we have the shadows in that direction. Let's say we want the shadows to be in the other side, so I will have to say the sun. Well, it's in right to morning. Okay, the sun, if the shadows are this way, it means the sun is this way. Okay, it's better. So now we have shadows. We have the sky off and I can't activate it. Okay. Create lights, visual styles. Well, we already tried all of them. Well, actually, let's see. Realistic face, warm, cool face style. What's the difference? Okay. Let's place it here and direct it here. Okay. Well, it's looking kind of better, but realistic. Okay. Well, I lose no face style. Wait, realistic face style. Okay, here you can change if you want it normal, monochrome, or with a tint. Okay, normal. It's going to create like just that way. And if you want to change it, you have to come here, choose realistic. Okay. And well, you can do all of these things. Let's say yes. What happened with the shadows? Okay, I want full shadows, remember. And now, well, let's create a new camera. Camera is going to be this way, in that direction. Okay, and now let's create a render. Let's create a very small one. Rendering a video, okay. Renders the size, a very small one. This is the smallest of all, just to see how does it work. Install. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to install something, but I'm not going to do that right now. So let's use another configuration. Oh, it crashed again. Well, this window is when it's generating the render, and something happened. Well, actually, it says materials began downloading. Okay, and here it is. This is a very bad quality render because I selected to be so. Okay, so if I want a higher quality, I have to come here. Select. Let's say I want it medium quality, and look the difference. The low one has just one rendering level. The medium, 5 rendering levels. The high, 10 rendering levels. And you have a coffee break because it's going to render for 10 minutes. A launch quality is going to render for 60 minutes. Or an overnight quality, which is going to be rendering for 12 hours. Obviously, the more time it passes rendering, the better the quality of the image we're going to have, okay? Let's have this image in a full HD TV size and in medium quality. It's going to take a few. I'm going to save it just in case it crashes before it's ended. And now I'm going to click render to size. Okay, cross and you can see how it starts to render from level 5 level. Okay, here you can zoom in. Okay, and you're going to see that it's actually much better quality. But what's happening? Well, it's too far away. So let's get closer, say here, and render to size again. Okay, well, now it's closer, but I'm cutting the distillation tower, and I don't want that, right? And actually, it would be nice to give another color, to give bright colors to the furnace and all things, because it's too dark. It's too dark outside, what we could say. So let's let it finish. Look at it takes some time, and every time you render, it will be a different one, and it will depend on how close you are to the figures, what characteristics did you select for the render, the quality, the size, and all the things. And it looks like this one is finished. Okay, so here you can see how does it look like. Yes. Let's change the material of this thing first. Let's try to select a less. Well, let's use this one. Let's do everything from wild brass. Okay, just in order to be able to look at them, because they are so dark that in the render we can't identify them. Okay, let's see, materials and textures on, perfect. Wraps an image onto a cylindrical object. Well, look at what does this do, but it's not actually very useful. Look, if I select the furnace, with enter, it will like create this thing that's going to be upon the furnace, but that doesn't is useful at this moment. So, well, this actually is becoming really slow, perhaps the rendering thing, so you have to be aware that that's going to happen. Let's do some changes here. Let's move the 0.000. I'm going to select this, okay, and move it. Nope, not the floor. Okay, it's too slow. It's incredible how slow it's turned, and that's normal because rendering is a high demanding function. Okay, so let's try with the camera again. Actually, the best way to place a camera is using our friends, the guidelines. So go to the guide. You have to turn it on to keep the current layer on. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm in the guide. Okay, perfect. I'm going to draw. Well, look here. There are some guidelines that I must delete it. They were hidden, but it's better not to have them. So I'm going to delete it. Here, oh, I'm going to save everything just to verify if that's what's making it so slow. It's incredible how slow it's become. So that's the importance of having well, a good computer to use AutoCAD, to have patience. As you have seen that, well, it's very useful, it's very dynamic, but it's also you have to take care of it, and you have to be attentive to it. So now let's draw a line, activate a snap from the middle of my floor. In the middle has to be a yellow symbol. Let's right click. No, sorry. What's going on? Okay. Let's write again, line. I want to activate the restriction of 90 degrees. There is the middle. Okay, I choose first the distance. Let's say here. And now here I'm going upwards. Okay, and let's say I'm switching off the snap. And let's say here. And I'm going to place the camera in that point. Okay, so I go to visualize, create a camera location, and I'm going to activate the snap and put it right there. You see? And now I have to specify the target location, and the target location is, it's to, well, let's see, I don't want to cut the tower, but I don't want also to have like a huge space. Let's take out the snap. Okay, switch off the snap. So you have to iterate again, and let's say there. Okay, camera, enter an option. Let's give it a name. The name, well, camera 1, it's already called camera 1. Camera 1. Okay, let's use view. Switch camera view, yes. Okay, this is the view of the camera. So now I can go back a little. Okay, and go up a little. And a little more. Okay, try to make, okay, this is the point of view I want for my render. So let's do this one with high quality. We will have to have some patience because it's going to take some time. And well, let's do that. It's going to render how many layers? 10 layers, yeah. So let's click on render to size. And you can see here which level is it coloring, which is rendering, right? Level 0. But let's cancel it because I don't want the background to be black. So let's turn on the sky background. Okay, an illumination, and let's create the render again. And now I have this background, which is huge, better. So look the speed at which it is rendering, and it's just the level 0. There are 10 levels of rendering. So when rendering, you have to have patience. And you can also, well, cancel the rendering. You can zoom in while it's rendering and be witness of how it changes. Okay, here you can see how the pipes in aluminum looks so great, and all the colors of the tower. And well, here I chose a point of view that doesn't allow us to look at the pump, but well, there it is. And here, layer after layer, you're going to see that the quality of the image is going to improve. So if you want a high quality, actually I usually use this configuration, a high quality one, and a size of an HD TV, and I usually have very, very nice renders. Okay, and then you have the shadows because you have the sun. You can move the sun to wherever you want it to be. You can change the background, the sky, if you want all of them black, as it was in the previous render. You can do that. If you want it clear, you can do that, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with this render and I want to save it. Yeah, I have to click here, save render to a image to a file. Okay, so here I can create in the Plan 3D model folder a file both in PNG, JPEG, TIF, TGA, BMP, let's say PNG, and let's say render 1. Okay, and save it. And you can choose here, how do you want it? Do you want it monochrome with 256 grayscale, or how many million colors you want it? Obviously the better one, the highest quality, it's 32 bits. You can also change the dots per inch if you want. Let's click OK. And what I actually don't know if it already saves the image or if it does that when we are done. So let's check. Plant 3D models. Here it is. It saves the image as it is at the moment I choose. Okay, so here it's a PNG image. Okay, it's not the finished render. The render is still rendering. The image is still rendering. Okay, so I can create another one. So well, this is how you do that. You can see here the quality. Well, it still needs some more layers, but this is how you create renders, and this is how much time it takes. I don't want to keep you here just listening to me, watching how does it render, so I'm going to finish the lesson here. You have got all the basics and all the advanced functions of the AutoCAD Plan 3D. I hope that you can use it for your professional experience and your professional activities, and you can enjoy it. And well, whether you are a student or a professor or a professional engineer or a drawer or a drafter working in the industry, I hope this is helpful for you, for your life, and that you can take advantage of it. So this is how you render. You have to have patience and wait. And well, thank you for sharing with me this course, and perhaps we can meet one another time. So I wish you are successful, and thank you for taking this Autodesk AutoCAD Plan 3D course.